Did you know that a can of canned mushrooms can legally contain up to 20 larvae? Or that grated cheese is often diluted with cellulose? And don't even get me started on marshmallows and gummy bears. I'll tell you about foods you probably wouldn't buy if you knew how they were really made. And at the end, I'll show you what lipstick is made of and how much of it we consume in a lifetime. Yuck! Grated Parmesan cheese. Who doesn't love Parmesan cheese? I often used to buy it already grated. Well, used to. Recent studies have found that some producers of grated Parmesan cheese add up to 8 to 9% cellulose to their products, significantly higher than usual standards. Moreover, in an effort to cut costs, these same producers may mix expensive Parmesan with more affordable types of cheese, such as mozzarella and cheddar, to cheapen production while maintaining the appearance of pure Parmesan. This is probably why some Parmesan flakes don't melt. Oh dear! Cheese. But even with regular cheese, it's worth being careful. Many high-quality and expensive cheeses often contain an ingredient known as rennet, traditionally obtained from the stomachs of young calves. Unfortunately, obtaining it requires killing animals. However, it's worth noting that modern cheesemaking widely employs genetically modified sources of rennet. In this case, cow DNA is inserted into microorganisms such as bacteria, fungi, or yeast, allowing the necessary enzyme to be obtained without harming animals. But I guess you've heard enough about the harm of GMOs already. Canned mushrooms. What about larvae in cans which are considered acceptable? Indeed, in the food industry, there are certain standards that allow for the presence of unwanted materials, such as rodent hairs and insect parts, in food products. These standards are established for quality and safety control, but do not imply the complete absence of such materials. For example, regulations may allow up to 20 larvae in a can of canned mushrooms. This is because completely eliminating the presence of unwanted elements in food products is practically impossible, especially in the case of agriculture products, where insects and other small organisms may naturally be present. Despite the existence of these standards, compliance monitoring may vary depending on the country, producer, and specific product. Therefore, when we buy ready-to-eat or canned food, there is indeed a possibility of microscopic additions being present in it. Maple syrup. Have you seen various pancake recipes topped with maple syrup? Appetizing, right? But in the sweet syrup industry, it's common for companies to offer a product that only looks like maple syrup on the outside, but could be anything in reality. Some manufacturers use packaging resembling traditional bottles of this topping in shape and color, but avoid directly mentioning maple syrup in the product name. This creates the impression that the offered syrup is made from natural maple sap, although in reality, various substitutes and flavorings may be used. First press olive oil. When it comes to first press olive oil, it's important to be especially careful when choosing a product. There is a risk of purchasing not pure olive oil, but a blend where olive oil is diluted with cheaper vegetable oils like sunflower or soybean oil. This practice is particularly common among some brands presenting their products as Italian olive oil. According to some reports, a significant portion of the oil sold as Italian olive oil may actually be a blend of different vegetable oils. How to check before buying? Well, there's no surefire way. It's best not to chase the lowest price and to buy from producers you're familiar with. Gummy bears and marshmallows. Do you like marshmallows? Or perhaps gummy bears often given to kids? However, few people think about how they are actually made. The main ingredients of marshmallows and gummy bears, such as sugar, syrup, and water, are supplemented with gelatin, a substance that gives marshmallows and gummy bears their unique elasticity and chewiness. Gelatin is obtained from the skin, cartilage, and bones of cows and pigs, which are byproducts of the meat industry. These components undergo processing, including boiling, drying, and grinding, turning into the final product, gelatin. For vegetarians and those seeking an alternative to animal gelatin, there are marshmallow products made using agar-agar, a plant-based gelatin derived from seaweed. However, due to the higher cost of plant-based gelatin compared to animal gelatin, most manufacturers prefer to use animal gelatin to reduce production costs. Chicken nuggets. Many people think that chicken nuggets are made from ground chicken breast and even buy them for their children. However, it's worth knowing that chicken makes up only half of the ingredients. The remaining part includes skin, blood vessels, bones, connective tissues, and fat. Additionally, a bit of starch, sugar, salt, as well as various binders and fillers are added to it to create that beloved crispy chicken piece. As for additives, artificial antioxidant like butane or tertiary butyl hydroquinone are added to nuggets to maintain freshness and flavor, known for their potentially negative impact on the nervous system. Doesn't sound very appetizing, does it? Truffles. Real truffles are a rarity in the world of gastronomy, which is why their cost can be quite high, sometimes reaching several $100s per dish. Because of this, the market is filled with many products claiming to contain truffles, but are actually just imitations of these valuable mushrooms. This deception becomes possible due to the use of certain chemical flavorings that manufacturers add to their products. These flavorings create the illusion of truffle presence, reproducing its unique, subtle, earthy taste and aroma. The question remains, how healthy is this? And that remains unanswered. Saffron. Saffron is known as one of the most expensive spices in the world, with prices ranging from $4,000 to $20,000 per 2.2 pounds. This is because saffron is produced from the special flowers of the crocus plant, which bloom only for a couple of weeks a year. To obtain just 1 pound of this precious spice, up to 70,000 of these delicate flowers need to be harvested. Given such labor-intensive costs and the rarity of the plant, it's not surprising that there are many counterfeit saffron products on the market. Counterfeits can be made from various materials, from corn fibers and beet pulp to pollen from other flowers, and even small pieces of red paper. Sometimes manufacturers may add a small amount of real saffron to other, less expensive spices, like turmeric or paprika, to create the appearance of authenticity. To ensure the quality and authenticity of saffron, it is recommended to purchase the spice produced in Iran, which is the largest producer of genuine saffron and accounts for about 80% of the world's production. There are even specialized websites that allow you to check the origin and manufacturer of saffron, providing confidence that you are purchasing real, not counterfeit spice. It's almost like buying some expensive gadget. Citrus soft drinks. Do you enjoy citrus soda? Maybe Sprite or Fanta? This refreshing beverage, with its light fizziness and tangy sweet citrus aroma, actually contains no natural fruit ingredients. Instead, manufacturers use artificial flavorings mixed with a substance known as brominated vegetable oil. This synthetic compound is created by adding bromine to vegetable oil and is used to improve the mixability of fat-soluble citrus flavors in soft drinks. Brominated vegetable oil is also used in various non-food products and serves as a flame retardant. It can really be harmful to health when consumed in large quantities. This oil is associated with disruptions in the endocrine system, reproductive problems, and suppression of central nervous system functions. In Russia, the use of this ingredient is completely banned due to its potential harm. However, in the United States, it is still widely used in the production of popular beverages such as Fanta Orange, Mountain Dew, Strawberry Lemonade Powerade, and other products from well-known brands. Wasabi. Do you order sushi rolls? Wasabi, the famous green condiment in Japanese cuisine, is rarely actually real, even in themed restaurants. Most of us have tried not real wasabi, but a combination of horseradish, mustard, and green food coloring. Genuine wasabi is made from the root of the wasabi plant, which must be freshly grated. Its unique taste qualities start to fade in just 15 minutes after it's grated. Interestingly, only about 5% of Japanese restaurants worldwide serve their guests real wasabi. In the remaining 95% of cases, the offered condiment is just an imitation made from other spices. Caviar. And where would we be without sturgeon caviar? But the problem is that it has been learned to counterfeit it, making a brine from flavorings and forming caviar with the help of gelatin. Such a product has nothing to do with the original, but you can come across it with unscrupulous sellers. After all, it's one of the most sought-after delicacies in the world. Moreover, due to overfishing of sturgeon and pollution of their natural habitats, sturgeon species have faced the threat of extinction, which forces producers to cheat even more often. Sriracha sauce. Sriracha sauce, known for its Asian origin, has become a favorite ingredient in cuisine worldwide. It adds a spicy kick to various dishes from many cuisines. However, despite its popularity, finding authentic sriracha sauce can be challenging. Much of the sauce available on the market turns out to be counterfeit, lacking the same taste and quality as the original product. It's simply a concoction with an incredible amount of additives and flavorings to mimic the real taste. Bacon and sausage. Did you know that in many cases, when you are promised bacon at a restaurant, you are actually being offered a soy product with added meat flavorings? Although soy products can be healthy, using them as bacon substitute without clear indication is consumer deception. The same goes for sausages that we love to buy at stores. They are made from pink slime, processed mass where all the leftovers of meat production, from bones and cartilage to skin and offal, are mixed. All of this is diluted with soy protein, nitrite salt, and flavor enhancers. So, still craving sausages? Pomegranate juice. Making pomegranate juice at home is quite a labor-intensive process. Due to the large amount of waste, it takes many pomegranates to yield just one glass of this richly aromatic juice. This beverage is known for its outstanding health benefits, including boosting immunity and cardiovascular health. However, the commercial juice we buy in stores is often far from ideal. To cut costs, manufacturers may mix real pomegranate juice with other, cheaper juices, dilute it with water, and add sugar syrup, significantly reducing its health benefits. Moreover, colorants and flavorings can further add harm to our health. Crab sticks. Do you like crab sticks? Despite their name, real crab meat is rarely found in them. Even if it's there, it's just a few % of the composition. Mostly these sticks are made from finely ground Alaska pollock fillet, to which wheat and egg white are added as binders. Crab flavorings are used to give the product its characteristic taste, and red food coloring is added for an attractive appearance. White chocolate. White chocolate is not actually considered real chocolate in the traditional sense, because it lacks cocoa solids present in traditional dark chocolate. Instead, white chocolate is made from cocoa butter, to which sugar, vanilla, and lecithin, a fat emulsifier, are added, as well as various dairy ingredients, giving it a creamy texture and sweet taste, including palm oil. Coffee with non-dairy creamers. Adding a bit of cream to coffee can make it taste smoother and reduce bitterness. However, if you use non-dairy creamers instead of real dairy cream, essentially there is no dairy in your coffee. Liquid cream substitutes are often made entirely from vegetable oil. But that's not all. Their composition also includes thickeners, such as cellulose gel or cellulose gum, which are made from wood pulp or cotton, making the product thicker and more uniform. Moreover, they may contain carrageenan, which can be harmful to people with inflammatory conditions or digestive issues. Powdered cream substitutes are even worse in this regard, as they contain so many different chemical additives that they can even catch fire. Pringles chips. Pringles chips differ from traditional potato chips, as they actually contain less than 50% potato. Instead, the base of Pringles is a mixture including rice, wheat, and corn flour, as well as other ingredients. Potatoes in these chips are used in the form of flakes, which are then subjected to a pressing, molding, frying, and drying process. Various powdered flavorings are added to give flavor to the chips, making their taste rich and varied. Whipped cream. I always thought that whipped cream in cans was made from regular cream, but it turns out that's not the case. In fact, the product in cans is often made not from dairy cream, but from palm oil, to which syrup for sweetness is added. For those who appreciate naturalness and taste, it is recommended to use regular thick and fatty cream, which is not only healthier, but also whips better, providing the true taste and texture from childhood. Lipstick. Few people know, but one of the main components of lipstick is lanolin, a substance derived from sheep's wool. Lanolin essentially is a wax extracted during the wool purification process. This component makes the lipstick soft and moisturizing. Thus, lipstick not only adds color and shine to the lips, but also contains ingredients directly related to animals. Interesting fact, according to statistics, the average woman in her lifetime may consume about 9 pounds of lipstick. And men who kiss women also inadvertently ingest lipstick, but in smaller quantities, about 3.5 pounds. In the modern world, it's important not to just look at the beautiful front label, but to check the ingredients on the back. If you want more breakdowns like these, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit like. Until next time!